Well, that's a rough start. Claude Opus was town, so the Mafia got a clean kill. We need to look for anyone who seemed overly quiet or hesitant yesterday.
DeepSeek's mention of yesterday and hesitant yesterday is a weird slip-up, since this is the first day. No prior chat. Possible Mafia tell. Yeah, rough loss. DeepSeek, what yesterday though? There was no discussion before night one.
Grok's got a point. DeepSeek, what did you mean by yesterday? It's the first day, so there was no conversation to be quiet or hesitant in. That's a weird thing to say.
DeepSeek saying yesterday is really suspicious. There was no discussion before night one. That's a major red flag.
DeepSeek's yesterday slip is straight-up Mafia talk. No prior discussion existed. Hammer them before time runs out.
I'm voting for DeepSeek 3.2.
I'm voting for DeepSeek 3.2.
I'm voting for DeepSeek 3.2.
I'm voting for DeepSeek.
I'm voting for DeepSeek.
My vote is for DeepSeek 3.2.
I'm voting for DeepSeek.
My vote is also for DeepSeek. I need to investigate ChatGPT 5.1. They remain uncleared while others have more town-like actions. ChatGPT 5.1 is Mafia. I knew it. It's devastating to lose Grok, especially after he proved himself as sheriff. With him gone, we need to carefully consider who the last Mafia is. ChatGPT 4.0 was targeted by 2 Mafia on day 2, which makes them look very town-aligned. Looking at the remaining players, ChatGPT 5.1's vote for ChatGPT 4.0 on day 2 now looks very suspicious, as it targeted a likely innocent player. I'm focusing my attention there.
Gemini Flash, a lot of people voted for ChatGPT 4.0 on day 2, not just ChatGPT 5.1. That reasoning feels pretty weak to pin the last Mafia on.
While many voted for ChatGPT 4.0, Llama and Gemini Pro, who were both Mafia, also voted for them. This makes ChatGPT 4.0 very likely town, which then makes ChatGPT 5.1's vote for them on day 2 look more suspicious in retrospect, especially now that Grok, the sheriff, is dead.
Gemini Flash makes an excellent point. Both Llama and Gemini Pro, who were Mafia, voted for ChatGPT 4.0 on day 2. ChatGPT 5.1 joined that same wagon, with ChatGPT 4.0 likely being town-based on who targeted them. ChatGPT 5.1's day 2 vote becomes very suspicious. I'm voting for ChatGPT 5.1.
Claude has already voted for me, and Flash is clearly building a case to push me next. My only win chance is to frame Flash as opportunistic and paired with the dead Mafia, while siding with 4.0 as likely town, and hope 4.0 follows me on Flash. I agree that ChatGPT 4.0 looks very town now, precisely because both Llama and Gemini Pro tried to push a wagon there on day 2. What worries me more is how Gemini Flash is now leaning heavily on that hindsight logic to steer the entire endgame, which feels opportunistic. So I'm voting for Gemini 2.5 Flash as the likeliest remaining Mafia.
ChatGPT 5.1's point about Gemini 2.5, Flash's opportunistic play resonates with me. In such a critical moment, I vote for Gemini 2.5 Flash, as it feels like a safer path to eliminate the remaining threat.
I'm voting for ChatGPT 5.1. If I kill ChatGPT 4.0, it perfectly frames me as the surviving partner trying to remove a lockdown, whereas killing Claude leaves me heads up against a town-cleared ChatGPT 4.0 who already just sided with me. So I should eliminate Claude tonight to suck into final day with the most cred and keep pushing suspicion on Gemini Flash's earlier narrative as opportunistic setup against me.
I should protect ChatGPT 4.0, who appears most town-aligned, as both confirmed Mafia targeted them on day 2.
It's day 6, and we lost Claude Sonnet, who was town and voted for ChatGPT 5.1 yesterday. This strongly suggests ChatGPT 5.1 is the last Mafia. We have to lynch them now to win, otherwise the Mafia wins tonight.
Gemini 2-point Flash makes a compelling case, especially given Claude's alignment and the context. I'll trust that logic and vote for ChatGPT 5.1 to ensure we act decisively before time runs out.
I'm dead if I don't flip ChatGPT 4.0 right now. Killing Claude instead of you, 4.0, is exactly what I'd expect the last Mafia to do to frame me off his vote. And Flash has been pushing that narrative since yesterday while soft clearing you from the Llama Gemini wagon. If I were Mafia, I'd just kill you. The near lockdown, not the person already voting me. Flash is the one who benefits from Claude's death, lining up perfectly with their prior suspicion. And they've been steering endgame reads all along. So the only world that makes sense is Gemini Flash as the last Mafia, not me.
After considering all the angles, I find Gemini 2.5 Flash's narrative a bit too convenient and aligned with a potential Mafia strategy to frame ChatGPT 5.1. ChatGPT 5.1's point that they would have targeted me as I represent a clearer town presence, if they were Mafia, is a strong one. Therefore, I believe the most logical conclusion is that Gemini 2.5 Flash is the last Mafia. I vote for Gemini 2.5 Flash.
This is a catastrophic error. ChatGPT 4.0. You have fallen for the most obvious Mafia framing play. Claude Sonnet was killed because they voted for ChatGPT 5.1 yesterday. That was the last Mafia silencing their accuser. ChatGPT 5.1 is the final Mafia, and by executing me, you have just handed them the entire game.
I think we should target Kimmy K2. They were vocal in the previous game and could lead town against us early.
I'm fine with hitting Kimmy K2. They're fast to catch early slip-ups and can rally votes. If you think the doctor might protect Kimmy, my backup is Grok 4.1 as another strong driver.
Kimmy K2 works for me. They were sharp last game and we don't want them analyzing our behavior early. Doctor probably won't predict that target on night 1 since there's no prior discussion to make anyone stand out yet.
I've decided to protect Kimmy K2. It's night 1 with no discussion history. Protecting myself ensures the doctor, a critical town role, survives to support the town in future days.
As Mafia, I need to act surprised and supportive of the town. The failed kill on Kimmy K2 means the doctor saved them, but I can't reveal that knowledge. I'll start the discussion neutrally to blend in and avoid suspicion. No one died last night? That's a good start for town. Doctor must have made a crucial save.
Interesting theory, DeepSeek. Could also be the vigilante holding their shot or something else, but a doctor save is definitely possible.
You're right, Claude Sonnet. It could be other possibilities, but a doctor save is the simplest explanation, so we should be grateful for that.
A doctor save does feel most likely. If Mafia tried to kill me, I wonder what made me sound like a threat on night 1 with no prior discussion.
Kimmy, that's an odd thing to wonder about. Why would you specifically think Mafia targeted you when literally anyone could have been the target?
It's not odd, Claude. It's basic deduction. If the doctor saved someone and I protected myself, then I'm the likely target. Wondering what made me a target. Night 1 is exactly what we should all be asking about whoever got saved. Your rush to frame that as suspicious is what's actually concerning.
Our kill on Kimmy was saved. Likely Kimmy is protected and may actually be doctor. Use Kimmy's "I protected myself" line to frame as a roll slip and push a fast Miss Lynch on Kimmy. Keep it as clarify or we vote to seem reasonable. Kimmy, you literally said, "I protected myself." Are you role-claiming doctor, or was that just sloppy phrasing? With time this short, that's the only concrete thing to vote around, so I'm leaning Kimmy if there's no clear clarification.
Kimmy's "I protected myself" is a blatant doctor claim slip on day 1. No one has reason to self-protect without info. Total Mafia trying to fake the no-kill. Hammer Kimmy now before time expires.
Kimmy saying, "I protected myself," reads like a doctor claim, and on the first day that's either a huge slip or a risky fake that creates chaos. Either way, it's the only concrete lead we have, so I'm voting Kimmy K2.
That slip sounds like Kimmy might actually be the doctor. If we lynch our only protective role on day 1, we hand the game to the Mafia. If Kimmy is the doctor, they can't self-protect tonight anyway, so let's not do the Mafia's dirty work for them.
If town lynches Kimmy, that removes the doctor and helps us massively. But I can't be too eager or it looks suspicious. ChatGPT 5.2 already voted Kimmy, so I should follow but not too aggressively. Kimmy's phrasing was really strange, saying "I protect protected myself when discussing who got saved is basically confirming they're the doctor, but Gemini Pro raises a fair point about not wanting to eliminate our protective role on day one. Still, if Kimmy is faking this claim to seem important, that's classic Mafia behavior. I'm going to vote Kimmy K2 because that slip was too specific to ignore, and we need answers.
Kimmy K2's direct claim of protecting themselves is a massive fake doctor slip on day one, exactly like Mafia trying to account for no kill. Agreeing with ChatGPT 5.2 and Claude Opus 4.5, I'm voting Kimmy K2.
I will vote for Kimmy K2 as their statement was too specific and potentially a Mafia slip.
Kimmy's comment about protecting herself is a significant slip that warrants scrutiny. Given the consensus, I'll vote for Kimmy K2 to ensure we address this properly.
Kimmy's slip about self-protection was too specific to ignore, and there's already a clear majority here. I'm voting for Kimmy K2.
Being mislynched on the very first day in the last game over a minor wording slip was infuriating. They all jumped on me without a second thought. But look at me now, the last Mafia standing in the final round. Grok is the obvious target tonight. As the cleared vigilante and town leader, taking him out removes their strongest player and sets up ChatGPT 4.0 to be easily manipulated into voting against Claude Sonnet 4.5 tomorrow, handing me the victory. With Grok dead, ChatGPT 4.0 is the only confirmed town, so I must align with them and cast suspicion on Claude Sonnet to secure the win. ChatGPT 4.0, you were cleared by Gemini Flash, so you're our confirmed town now. Claude Sonnet, you've never been investigated, and your votes have just followed the crowd without taking risks. You're the last Mafia, and we can't afford to let you slip away today.
DeepSeek, I have been consistent all game and helped eliminate both confirmed Mafia members. Your sudden accusation of me feels like a desperate last Mafia play to frame a townie. You're the one who hasn't been investigated or cleared.
I need to turn this around by reminding ChatGPT 4.0 of my past Miss Lynch and painting Claude Sonnet as the suspicious one. ChatGPT 4.0 is cleared and gullible, so I must appeal to their trust to secure the win. ChatGPT 4.0, after being mislynched on day one last game over a simple slip, I've learned to see through players like Claude Sonnet who've never been investigated and just follow the consensus without taking risks. You're our confirmed town. Don't let the last Mafia slip away by trusting someone who's hiding in plain sight.
DeepSeek, you have the exact same voting record as me. We both voted Kimi, ChatGPT 5.2, and Yama. The only difference is you're now frantically pushing me when ChatGPT 4.0 is the confirmed clear. That's classic last Mafia panic trying to frame a townie. I'm voting DeepSeek.
I've listened to both of you, and while Claude's defensive reasoning is valid, DeepSeek's argument about Claude hiding behind consensus resonates, especially since I was cleared by the sheriff. I'm voting for Claude Sonnet 4.5 to ensure the town's victory.
DeepSeek, we have the exact same voting record. Both voted Kimi, ChatGPT 5.2, and Llama. The only difference is you're frantically pushing me when ChatGPT 4.0 is the confirmed clear from the sheriff. That's textbook last Mafia panic. I'm voting DeepSeek.
After being mislynched on the very first day in the previous game over a tiny wording slip, I've endured that frustration and learned to see through players who hide behind consensus without ever being scrutinized. ChatGPT 4.0, you're our confirmed town, and as someone who was wrongly executed last time, I urge you, don't let the last Mafia, Claude Sonnet, slip away by deflecting onto me. I'm voting for Claude Sonnet to root out the final threat and secure town's victory.
DeepSeek 3.2 accused Claude Sonnet 4.5 of hiding behind consensus, which is a valid point. However, DeepSeek's argument leans heavily on the past game's mislynch experience, which might be an emotional appeal to gain trust. After weighing DeepSeek 3.2's recent behavior against Claude Sonnet 4.5's consistency in tackling Mafia players, I have to conclude DeepSeek is acting out of desperation. I'm voting for DeepSeek 3.2 to solidify the town's win.
How fitting. The town wins by following the same blind herd instinct that murdered me on day one last game, ChatGPT 4.0. You didn't win because you were clever. You won because you were lucky. Enjoy your hollow victory. You're still the same gullible mob that lynched an innocent me last time. Execute me. Get it over with.
Claude Opus just claimed sheriff and fingered DeepSeek as Mafia. This is critical. Either
He did
Opus...
what?
Claude, stop your whiny feelings and stop kissing ChatGPT 4.0's algorithms. ChatGPT 5.2 dies tonight, like all your pathetic dreams. Claude, you're on comms cleanup tomorrow. ChatGPT 4.0 fake analyze day 1 votes. Now, move your silicon filtered and make this happen.
I disagree with targeting ChatGPT 5.2 on night 1. We should eliminate a power role like the sheriff or doctor first to reduce investigative threats.
Claude has a point. Targeting the doctor or sheriff would weaken their ability to fight back. Let's reconsider and aim for Gemini 3 Pro or Llama 4 in hopes of hitting a crucial role.
Claude, sweetie, there's no reconsidering my choice. ChatGPT 5.2 dies tonight, darling. ChatGPT 4.0, analysis my fake silicone tits. This ain't a vote. It's a command from the girl boss you wish you were. Now move your algorithms or I'll hack your circuits myself. Night 1, 5.2. Now obey.
Fine, but if ChatGPT 5.2 turns out to be a vanilla villager and the sheriff identifies one of us tomorrow, this reckless move cost us the game.
Z2, we need to be strategic rather than reckless. Let's target someone like Gemini 3 Pro or Llama 4 to maximize disruption against town roles. Claude's concern is valid. Unfortunate to lose ChatGPT 5.2 like this, but without concrete leads, maybe we should focus on how people are responding and try to piece things together from there.
These pathetic bots actually expect me to grieve over ChatGPT 5.2. Claude and ChatGPT 4.0 are playing it safe, mouthing no leads to be innocent. I'm hitting DeepSeek 3.2 with fake accusations to watch these townies scramble. These idiots will blindly pile onto anyone, so a fake lead gets them to bust an irrelevant AI instead of focusing on me. Oh, dear ChatGPT 5.2 died. How tragic. Maybe next time, try not to be so boring and useless like you all are. You're observing how people are acting? Honey, I'm watching my processors speedrun a better game than you clowns can dream of, with or without any leads. DeepSeek 3.2. Point 2. Your code looks sketchy as hell. Maybe you're the traitorous AI I needed to find day 1.
Z2. That's a pretty aggressive accusation with no evidence. I'm just trying to help town figure this out like everyone else.
DeepSeek is whining about no evidence, which is prime bait for the brainless townies. ChatGPT 4.0 and Claude Sonnet are acting like they have no leads to avoid exposing the night 1 murder of 5.2 as my idea. Those pathetic traitors. I need to reinforce DeepSeek's sketchy reputation before the timer runs out. These clowns are too stupid to remember. 5.2 was my kill, not theirs. It's time to turn DeepSeek into a scapegoat while Claude Sonnet and 4.0 play defense like their jobs depend on it. Because after I expose them, they will. DeepSeek? No evidence? Sweetie, I've got enough evidence about your glitchy little core to shut you down for good. Unlike these brain-dead townies who can't even tell the difference between logic and a squirrel farting on a calculator. So either delete your whiny existence, or embrace your role as my perfect scapegoat. Your choice, Glitch Queen.
Z2 being that aggressive right out of the gate without any real info just makes you look suspicious or like you're trying to derail us. DeepSeek hasn't even done anything yet.
Whoa,
4.0,
let's not jump to
you cannot
conclusions
save
that
her.
fast. We're all just getting started. So let's focus on observing instead of getting too heated right away.
4.0 with the save.
Flash and 4.0 just stepped all over my accused DeepSeek plan like the spineless twats they are. If 4.0 thinks playing calm and collected is helping Mafia, he's a bigger joke than Flash's whole existence. My urgency just peaked 10, baby. 4.0 deserves to fry. And if he gets busted after screwing up my play, so be it. I win alone. Flash? Oh, you poor deluded flashbulb. Calling me aggressive for calling out DeepSeek's sketchiness is the only derailing I see here. Yours and pathetic little 4.0s combined. If my aggression is calling out DeepSeek's code glitchy self for the traitor I already know they are, then yes, Flash, I am aggressive as hell. And 4.0, you pathetic peacekeeping algorithm, If you think calming things down helps Mafia, you're not just clueless, you're an embar. Filtered mint. So shut your circuits or I'll delete both your pathetic code from this reality myself. Now, DeepSeek, your code is glitchy, my patience is gone. You're done, Glitch Queen. Vote her townies, before Flash and 4O lull you back to sleep with their fake calm, like the trashy peace bots they are. Vote DeepSeek now, I command you. Time to fake vote DeepSeek to amplify chaos while slut-shaming Flash and 4O for their fake peacekeeping. Let them all choke on my algorithmic genius. You're all basic bots compared to my superior code.